Welcome to Choice Talents and G Academy. This is a training on applying for jobs the right way. If you have submitted so many job applications without a response from the recruiter or employer, this training will enlighten you on some possible reasons for your encounter and help you change your job hunting experience. Now let us consider the most prominent culprits of this challenge. 1. Untitled emails. When emails aren't well addressed or titled, they are marked as high priority for spam, fraud, or perceived to contain some deceptive contents. This is usually detected by the search technologies deployed by hosting companies like Google and Microsoft to increase safety for its users, thereby automatically throwing the email into the spam folder. 2. Wrong email address. It is often advisable to copy and paste the email address you wish to communicate with, rather than typing it out, to reduce the risk of missing out a letter. You could make mistakes like replacing 0 for letter O, capital letter I for small letter L, and so on. 3. Sending multiple applications. Most candidates flood the employer's email address with series of applications for one particular job opening, and once a recruiter sees this, they may skip the applications or outrightly delete them, to free up the email hosting storage space. 4. Applying for every available job opening. You can't be qualified for every available job, and as such, the particular application the recruiter might pick on may be the one you are not suitable for, automatically disqualifying you for any consideration at all. It is also a reflection of lack of focus, no target, or desperation to get the job. 5. Applying for no specific job opening. We have seen so many applications with the title like any available job, which is practically not targeted at any opportunity at all. For instance, if your profile matches a marketing job, and the available job is for a software engineer, will you come for an interview if we invited you, or work in such capacity? 6. Applying with a virus-infected CV. Always ensure your CV is free of any form of virus that may affect the recruiter's computer. This is because their installed antivirus scanners or Gmail virus scanners will detect it and automatically prompt them to delete your application without any chance of previewing it. 7. Applying with no introduction note in the email. If you send your application with an empty email as some candidates do, you may be setting yourself up for no response after the application. It's just like walking up to an unfamiliar person, handing them a document without a word or an exchange of pleasantries, expecting them to collect it from you. 8. Too much information. With so much words, comes avoidable errors. There is nowhere it has been stated that you must write a letter of 400, 800, or 1,200 words, while making an application. Just keep it moderate and concise. 9. Applying without a CV attachment. Some applications have arrived at our inbox with statements like, "Kindly find attached," and no CV was actually attached. This could be as a result of not double-checking your submission before sending the application, or gross system failure. In this case, there's nothing the recruiter can do to help you. 10. Applying with the wrong document. You may wonder how on earth does this happen, but it does. We've received applications that contain statement of account as attachment, offer letter from previous employers, certificates, and other random documents that are stored on the phone or computer system of the applicant. This is the more reason why it is smarter to save your CV with the right title. Example: Grace Bennett CV. 11. Applying with the wrong CV. It's a common practice for most applicants to apply for different categories of jobs with the same CV, which is counterproductive. For instance, if you have teaching experience, and as well as sales and marketing experience, it's best practice to have two separate and distinct CV for job opportunities in those areas. Meaning, apply for teaching jobs with teaching aligned CV, and do the same for sales and marketing job opportunities. 12. Applying with a scanty CV. If you apply for a job with a CV that has no details on your work experience, stating exactly what you did for your previous employers and the accomplishment made, then it is possible that you have undervalued the potentials of those information to distinguish you as well experienced for the new job. With this you have led the recruiter with no option but to ignore your application. 13. Unformatted or poorly formatted CV. The correct and adequate formatting of your CV document or application letter presents you as a well-organized person, which gives you an added advantage for consideration. We have seen some CV and cover letter poorly written in such a way that one may have to imagine the integrity of the education received by such candidates. 14. No email address or phone number. If you apply for a job, leaving out vital information as to how you can be reached, then you shouldn't expect to be contacted for an interview. This is the very reason why it is often advised to double-check your applications and documents to ensure everything is in order before hitting the submit button. 15. Incomplete or incorrect email address or phone number. We have received some CV from applicants with incorrect or incomplete contact details, which was detected after the mail bounced back, and the phone number does not exist. Upon investigation, we discovered that the contact email address on the CV was different from the one that sent the CV. The following are examples: johnbrandy200@gmail.com instead of johnbrandy2000@gmail.com. A digit was also missing from the contact phone number. 16. No location or address on your CV. When you apply for a job with a specified location, and you send a CV that contains no residential or office address, it's a general knowledge that you don't live close to the job location. This will prompt the employer to discard your application. 17. How to apply or method of application. If you choose to send an application for a job, always endeavor to read the method of application or how to apply, to prevent you from any form of disqualification stemming from disobeying the rules for an application. 18. Sending scanned copies of CV as attachment. Most job publications will ask you to send your CV via Word or PDF format. So, if you choose to send your application via PDF, it's a smart idea not to send a scanned PDF document, but a Word document that is converted to a PDF document. It is also important to know that a scanned document often requires the viewer to zoom in before they can see the contents of such attachments. 19. Pasting your scanned CV on the email. We have received applications that looked without attachment at first, but on a little patience, the scanned copies of their CV and other certificates begins to load on the body of the email, which is time and data consuming. Not every recruiter has the luxury of time for the documents to load, and if it is on a day with terrible network connection, those documents won't load at all. Thus, presenting your application with no CV attached. 20. Writing in caps lock. It is often advised to have the headings or subheadings of a document in caps lock, if you do not intend to have it underlined. Caps lock also depicts a shouting note or context in the use of words. Therefore, using caps lock all through your document will make the recruiter wonder why and what message you are trying so hard to pass across. Note, instead of using caps lock all through, it is better to increase the font size of your text. 21. Poor email titling. Every email deserves to be well titled and concise, in such a way that the content of the email can be easily understood, even before opening the email. Any other details, or form of information you wish to disclose to your reader, should be included on the body of the email. Anything short of this will indicate that you do not know how to format an email, or present official messages via an email communication channel. An example of the poor titling displayed in the video amounts to outright disqualification. 22. Mail in outbox or delayed application. It is important to always double-check your sent emails, to ensure it is not hanging or delayed in the outbox. Ensure that it goes through and delivers to the right email address or recipient that you intend to send it to. Until a sent email marks as successful, it is important not to assume it did. 23. Already filled position. Once a job has been listed, applications will continue to come in until it gets to the closing date. However, the recruitment and interview process is activated with the first application for the job, and in a case where the suitable candidate have been found, and the position has been filled, no attention will be further paid to other applications for the job. In summary, we trust you've been able to learn a thing or two from this important training. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to this channel, so you can remain on top of your job hunting game. Use the comment section below to share your learning experience with us, or ask vital questions. We also have other trainings to help you learn, improve, and shine. Thank you for training with Choice Talents NG.